Hi friends, welcome to War India News Hour. India is driving towards self-reliant digital economy. The pandemic has demonstrated that we can have our people work from anywhere in the world. India is one of the fastest growing internet and smartphone markets in the world and will play a vital role in the phenomenal growth and would account for a sizable 2.2% of the market by 2023. At the same time, the global digital payment market is estimated to grow at 23.8% CAGR in the next 5 years to become a $12.4 trillion market by 2025. As the consumers are adopting one or multiple digital payment systems at a much faster rate than ever before, digital payment revolution worldwide is primarily led by the exploded adoption of digital and mobile wallets, which accounted for 49% of the total spending globally. This growth in digital economy has influenced the malicious Microsoft Office files on rise, and the systematic weaknesses and growing reliance on Microsoft Office files by cybercriminals resulted 20% jump in ransomware globally, with 7% of phishing attacks capitalized on COVID-19 pandemic and 176% increase in malicious Microsoft Office file types, coupled with increasing in the IoT malware attacks to 50% rise to IoT malware attacks. The world is shifting from web-based business to mobile app-centric, and for businesses to reduce frauds and ensure better reachability to their users, using mobile identity is a smarter way as it identifies users through their active mobile connections. Use of fake numbers, landline numbers, VoIP numbers or one-time burner phone numbers makes it difficult to identify authenticated users. Due to the increased cross-border digital and mobile fraud, executives are under pressure to reduce risks escalating frauds related to OTPs, messages with malware, spam messages, etc. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. India toughens procurement rules for bidders from bordering nations. Government said bidders from bordering countries eyeing government contracts would need prior registration and security clearances, a move seen as New Delhi's latest effort to counter China following a border clash between the two nations. The decision was taken to strengthen the defense of India and national security. The bidder will be eligible to bid in any procurement, whether of goods, services, only if the bidder is registered with the competent authority. Fortinet acquires Apac Networks. Fortinet, which is into integrated and automated cybersecurity solutions, today announced it has acquired Apac Networks, a secure access service edge, that is SASE cloud provider based in Hardin, Virginia. Apac's Zero Trust Network Access cloud solutions protects organizations' distributed networks from data centers to branch offices to remote users and Internet of Things devices. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise unveils 5G lab. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise has unveiled the HPE 5G lab, a test and development environment where telcos and partners can validate and integrate 5G network solutions. Using the HPE 5G lab, telcos can speed up 5G adoption and access new revenues faster by getting hands-on experience with the latest 5G innovations in a live test environment. Flipkart acquires Walmart India to transform Indian Kirana ecosystem. Flipkart acquires Walmart India and plans to launch the wholesale business under its e-commerce platform Flipkart, and announced the acquisition of 100% with the interest of Walmart India to integrate its strong wholesale capabilities of the company as it would launch as Flipkart Wholesale, a new digital marketplace designed to help transform the Kirana retail ecosystem in the country. Malicious Microsoft Office files on rise in US and globally, says SonicWall. The SonicWall Capture Labs threat research team today published the mid-year update to the 2020 SonicWall Cyber Threat Report, highlighting increase in ransomware, opportunistic use of COVID-19 pandemic, systemic weaknesses and growing reliance on Microsoft Office files by cybercriminals. Serum Institute to produce 1 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccine. Serum Institute of India CEO Adar Poonawalla was said that the firm will make 1 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccine over the next 1 year for India and other low and middle income countries. Following the success of trials and licensor trials, it will manufacture about 60 to 70 million doses per month, and they would like to keep the price under rupees 1000. Dell Technologies introduces the PC gaming with Alienware. Dell Technologies and Alienware in India launched the latest in PC gaming with the Alienware. Dell G Series gaining growing popularity among casuals to intermediary gamers. Dell has strengthened its focus with the G Series portfolio with design, game functionality and performance packed in together to get users game ready. Ganesh Lakshminarayanan joined as CEO Enterprise Business in Airtel. Bharti Airtel has announced the appointment of Ganesh Lakshminarayanan as CEO Enterprise Business. Ganesh will be responsible for further strengthening Airtel's market leadership in the B2B segment and accelerate growth as enterprises undergo digital transformation to become future ready. Prior to joining Airtel, Ganesh was the COO for Capillary Technologies. Wipro to launch 5G Edge Services Solutions Suite. Wipro, a global player in information technology, consulting and business process services company, has announced that it will launch its 5G Edge Services Solution Suite. The solution suite provided by Wipro is built with IBM Tririga and IBM Edge Application Manager. Wipro will engage with clients to implement the Universal Edge Solution Suite that leverages 5G network capabilities. Amazon is in talks to buy 9.9% stake in Reliance Retail. Amazon.in Inc. is in talks to buy a 9.9% stake in the retail arm of Indian conglomerate Reliance Industries Limited. Amazon wants a preferred strategic stake in Reliance Retail for JioMart. JioMart, the e-commerce venture of Reliance's retail arm, was launched in May and possesses a formidable challenge to Amazon.com's local unit and Walmart Inc.'s Flipkart. Finally, with everyone becoming more remote and mobile than ever before, businesses are highly exposed and the cybercriminal industry is aware of that. It is imperative that organizations move away from makeshift or traditional security strategies and realize this new business normal is no longer new. COVID update. The number of positive COVID-19 cases reported in India has recorded its biggest one-day rise as 49,310 people tested positive in the last 24 hours. The total cases have increased to 12,87,945 and the death toll in the country has risen to 30,656. While the number of people who have been cured, discharged or migrated stands at 8,17,209, the number of active cases in India is 4,40,135. To conclude, the number of daily digital transactions in India clocked 125 million. However, post-COVID-19, the figures dropped by a sweeping 30% due to lockdown restrictions as well as financial challenges at the microeconomic level. The daily digital transaction average is about 100 million now for a volume of rupees 5 trillion. This was primarily due to the steep decline in the number of UPI transactions, which barely reached 1 billion a month in April and was valued at rupees 1,51,000 crore. However, digital transactions have increased by 23% between June and July alone, and the IMPS and card payments seem to be the second and third most preferred choices for Indian consumers. Many have stopped doing e-transactions because of the fear of cybercriminals. They are too sophisticated to use known malware variants, and there is 50% increase in IoT malware attacks. Work from home employees or remote workforce can introduce many new risks, a number that mirrors the number of additional devices that are connected online as individuals and enterprise alike function from home, including Internet of Things devices like refrigerators, baby cameras, doorbells, or gaming consoles. IT departments are diseased with countless devices swarming networks and endpoints as the footprint of their corporate expands beyond the traditional perimeter. Unchecked IoT devices can provide cybercriminals an open door into what may otherwise be a well-secured organization. Let's wind up for the day, but do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. Please download the War India app for the latest news and updates, which is available on Google Play Store. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you very much.